Miguel Arati back here at the iBot Vault, and we're going to get into a talk and shoot UFC video blog. We've got the UFC this Saturday, and that's July 22nd. And they're kind of breaking history here because they're going to be on Long Island at the Nassau Coliseum. The Nassau Coliseum, for those who don't know, it's where the Islanders play. So it's a big stadium. You know, 15,000, 18,000 people are going to be there. So, you know, they had the Garden, they did the Garden. Doing the Coliseum's kind of, you know, up there in terms of big venues in New York. So, you know, obviously not like the Garden, but history here. They just did boxing last week, and the Coliseum hadn't had boxing in like 30 years. So look for the UFC to be a return customer there too. What they're doing is the UFC on Fox 25. And they've got some odds up at the books for the main events. The main event is Long Island boy Chris Weidman. Weidman's an underdog heading into his fight with Kelvin Gastelum. Gastelum, a minus 150 favorite, as Weidman paying back at plus 130. Tight line. Gastelum obviously, you know, won the reality show and, you know, flirted with 170 pounds. Talented, but his whole, like, missing weight and stuff kind of put a little bit of a damper on his rise. If he beats Weidman, he's here to stay as a middleweight, and it'll be interesting. Weidman should be taller, longer, so we'll see how it goes. Featherweight co-feature, you got Dennis Bermudez taking on Darren Elkins. Bermudez, minus 255 favorite, with Elkins paying back at plus 215. The over-under there is at 2.5, with the over at minus 230 and the under at plus 190. Obviously, that's a 3-round fight, and the Weidman-Gastelum is a 5-round fight, but the over-under 2.5. Elkins out of Indiana, you know, he's a guy who doesn't have a lot of head movement, so his fights are always kind of entertaining. He takes punches to give punches and winds up bloodied and stuff like that, but you can never really count him out. And Bermudez, kind of cut from the same cloth, a little bit of a Latino feel to him, you know, if you know what I'm saying, a little bit of a white boy versus Latino, just, you know, nice mix-up in there, no problems with that. Bermudez favored. We'll see how it goes. Never count Elkins out. You got the light heavyweight division. You got John Villante and Patrick Cummins in a near toss-up fight. You got Villante coming in at plus 100 and Cummins at minus 120. The over-under there set at 1.5, with the over at minus 185 and the under at plus 160. Those are the odds for the main events of the UFC on Fox 25. That's this weekend at the Nassau Coliseum. I'm Miguel Arati. We've been talking shoot, and we'll see you after the fights.